Question is, how often do I step out of my comfort zone? All right. What is actually the comfort zone? The comfort zone means like that a kind of like a some sort of a environment that you created for yourself. Okay. Uh, in that particular environment, you are literally secured. You are literally kind of like a something like that. Like like you can do anything that you want in that particular environment. Okay. Yeah. Um, if you don't really understand your home, okay, yeah, your home is a kind of like a some sort of comfort zone. Why is that when you are at home, you are kind of like a some sort of that you don't really experience as a kind of like a lack of money, you don't really experience as a less of ration, or you don't really experience as a kind of like like common thing, okay, not having a money and some sort of that, because all those problem are actually kind of like a solve or kind of like a handle by your parents, okay. And that's why you don't really experience that, you always get pampered, you always kind of like a some sort of thing that keep like do whatever you want, okay, so that is called a comfort zone. Okay, yeah. Question is that, do I have that comfort zone? Yes, I have. Okay, yeah. Like having that comfort zone, is it right or wrong? Well, you have to understand this thing, what is actually the comfort zone and what is actually is it. Like, let me tell you one thing, okay, if you don't really understand, so the guy who actually basically like after he got his complete his education, he went to doing a job, okay, yeah, on another city. When he went to another city, he look after about himself, okay, like basically he was doing a job, so he was actually earning a money, but not really that much amount of money, okay, but some certain money that he could afford the rent, he could afford the mess, he could afford kind of like a little less thing, okay, yeah. But is that that guy was actually kind of like a something be more comfortable at the home, but when he was starting earning amount of money, some sort of amount of money, he realized that he's spending on makeup, or he's spending on shampoos, or he's spending on some sort of thing which is like a far more bigger, okay, yeah. Like basically is this thing, when you are started doing kind of like a living by yourself, now you realize the how much expensive it is to live, okay, yeah. And when you are experiencing this thing, when you are experiencing that you are spending so much amount of money on some sort of some sort of stuff that kind of like a something very like you don't really use that much, okay, or kind of like a something that it's too expensive, I shouldn't supposed to be used that much, okay. So you are kind of like a something stay away from that particular expensive things, or kind of like a something that like like not doing that thing, okay. Example is that when you are at home, you are doing the gym, okay, yeah. Your membership plan is almost like 1,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees per month, okay, but at that time is not really bother that much, because of that like your father is actually paying for that your gym membership, so you don't really worry about that. But when you are starting amount of money, and when you went to the gym, you realize that you are spending like so much amount of money on gym, okay. Like the prices is almost 1,000 rupees per month, but still it's kind of like a something like that the 1,000 rupees is much more expensive, and basically I don't really do that much amount of gym that I want to do, okay. So you just kind of like a something really not to do gym, or kind of like a something that you do home gym, okay, yeah. So kind of like a saving that kind of like a some sort of money to some sort of other else. So when you have that kind of like a realization about that you are spending much more amount of money on some sort of thing that is like really less valuable, or really less kind of like a thing that came like not important, so you are not doing that thing. By the way, gym is kind of like a really important thing, you shouldn't supposed to be escape that, but still some sort of people have some sort of different mindset. For this particular example, I just try to understand what exactly is this thing. So when you have self realization about where is this money spent and everything, okay, you started acting like started acting as maturely, what exactly your financial advice is, how much money that you spend, like this amount of money, like if you are traveling to a work, then probably you need a vehicle, you need a like a fuel for this. Okay, then as also like there are a couple of important things that you really required, like basically um, clothes and proper like vehicles to go to the office, वगैरह वगैरह. But something that you don't really use that much, like a Netflix subscription or gym membership, like you cancel that thing. So when you had that kind of like a something realization, you realize that ki when my money is actually spending, you are started doing budget. Okay, so basically is this thing, when you are started doing your own money, started earning your own money, so you kind of like a doing all those things by yourself. And basically this is called kind of like a something like grow. But because of that, कि in the future life, things will be something really very difficult. And for that particular thing, you need to be prepared for that. Okay, you need to be prepared for that. So everything is actually happen when you get out of that comfort zone. Okay, yeah, when you get out that comfort zone, money is not the issue. Like basically is this thing, there is always a guy who is actually some sort of money is actually earning. Some people are earning so much, some people are earning so less. Yeah, money is not an issue. Issue is that ki when you are actually get out of your comfort zone, you realize that how the world works. Okay, yeah, like you realize that the how does people are act around to you, who is lying, who is not lying, what is actually impact on you. It's everything. Okay, yeah. And it's kind of like a something like that, evidence of grown up. Okay, yeah. And it is really really essential. Okay, having that particular thing as a like a experience as a grown up, it's a really really important thing. Okay, yeah, in your life. So get out of that comfort zone is a kind of like a something like evidence, or evidence of your like a grown old or matured or something like that. All right, yeah. So it is really essential to step out that comfort zone. All right, yeah. Now you realize that what is really the comfort zone and importance of that comfort zone. So now I'm gonna ask this question to myself, that ki, am I at comfort zone, or am I step out that comfort zone, or like what is actually the situation of my comfort zone. So I am 31. Okay, yeah. I am living with my parents. Okay, I'm not earning any money. So probably is this thing that ki I am I still at comfort zone. Well, probably you could say yes, you could say no. Okay, yeah. What do you mean by that? So basically, is this thing that came after I done with my education, like everyone else, I went out my comfort zone and basically started doing my job. Okay, when I started doing my job, I realization of everything about how does money spend and everything. Okay, yeah. It's been almost like a 4 year of my life. I was kind of like a living by myself and kind of like a something that I was at like step out that comfort zone. Okay, yeah. But after the 4 year, like basically the option that I took was kind of like a something option that I took for get out that comfort zone. Like option that I took, like basically there are multiple ways to step out that comfort zone. Okay, step one, that key like doing a job. All right, yeah. So when you are doing a job, that means you are stepping out your comfort zone, which is okay, yeah, which is kind of like a something like that key, kind of like a something very common. Okay, yeah. But the reason that you are kind of like a step out that comfort zone is that reason is capable enough to spend your or sustain your entire life with it. Example is that ki like basically you step out your comfort zone for some sort of job. Okay, yeah. If you don't really like this job, then like is that step out that comfort zone is matter, or is that step out that comfort zone or kind of like a something like that key is this kind of like a something is this thing, because in the end you don't really like that particular job, you are kind of like a suck at, you don't really like, I don't know. Okay, like in my case I was like that. The 4 year of my life was like really not that good. Okay, yeah. And I always think that key like I could make my life as much as I could do better if I work for myself. Okay, yeah. So it took me 4 year to realization that key I shouldn't supposed to do this job. So I came home and started doing my thing, started doing the things that I want to love. Okay. So probably at this moment, let me tell you one thing that I am not doing the things that kind of like a something really against the flow. What's the against the flow? Like basically I'm belong to the local city, okay, local city of India, and probably we have kind of like a some sort of flow of living the life. What's the flow of living the life? Like flow of living the life means like that till the age of 23 you have to complete your education, till the age of 25 you have to get a job, till the age of 30 you have to get married, till the age of 31, 32 you have to be a kids. Okay, so this is the kind of like a some sort of flow. Okay, like everyone is actually following the flow, which is kind of like a some rules that we make to kind of like a living the life as better as we can. All right, yeah. But is that thing ki I am not following that flow. Okay, yeah, I am 31, I am not earning money, I am living with my parents. Probably is this thing I am completely against to that particular flow. Okay, so when you are kind of like a doing the against thing according to the flow, according to the nature cycle, you actually facing a lot of backlashes, you actually facing a lot of resistance. Okay, resistance from you, that is okay, yeah, because of that key, like basically is this thing, if you are kind of like a doing things by on your by for you for yourself, then kind of like a something that you are facing a lot of challenges, a lot of things. Okay, so yeah, this is kind of like a something like a personal hustle that we all that everyone is actually facing. But there is another hustle that kind of like most of people are kind of like a something like that kid don't really like like they just feel that it's too much. Like the hustle means like that ki the resistance that we get from the society, from the parents, from everything. Like example is that ki I am 31, everyone is actually asking me when will I get married, when will I get married. My mother says that when will you get a job, when will you started earning money. Okay, yeah, probably the tone is kind of like always be aggressive, okay, regarding about that key when will I get earning money and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, it kind of like a something broke me a lot because of that key. If I wanted to do my work, if I want to be work for myself, I really require that belief. Okay, yeah, I am putting a lot of effort to make my belief as strong as it can, but it's kind of like a something that when other people, when your surrounding or maybe close people are kind of like a doubt on you that you don't really achieve that or you don't really get that, then you feel a lot of resistance. Okay, yeah, and as also the age, yeah, because my age is 31, so everyone is actually kind of like a thinking that you are like a really pathetic, and yeah, probably I'm accepting this thing, but it's like that ki this is kind of like a some sort of like a resist that we fail if we are started doing work for ourselves, for myself. All right, yeah. So my current situation is that ki I already mentioned I'm living with my parents. Okay, so am I at the comfort zone or am I not? Because technically I am living with my parents, so I am living at my home. So is it your comfort zone? uh it is it is not a comfort zone. Okay, yeah, like it's not. Okay, it's not like basically it's this thing that keep I don't know, like basically the I don't know. Okay, I'm not really sure about is this thing is my comfort zone or is this thing is that thing or not. Like basically is this thing that he this is my hustle. Okay, yeah. Probably I don't really think about that ki I should supposed to be get out my comfort zone and started doing thing for myself. So if I try to do this thing, I have couple of problems. Okay, first of all is that ki I don't really have that much amount of money. So how do I sustain myself? Okay, if I can't sustain myself, then probably the energy required to achieve my dreams is kind of like a little less. Okay, yeah. So at this moment I have to be focus all my full energy to achieving my dreams, achieving my ambitions and goals. Okay, for that particular energy I really require to stay at home. So the basic thing, like basic things means like that, like a food, like a twice, like a food for twice in a day, and and that's it. Okay, probably I just don't really need anything. I just like a food and this, like I just stay and that's it. Okay, yeah. So for that particular basic thing, I shouldn't supposed to be get out that comfort zone. Because of that, in the end, it kind of like a something affect me to achieving my goal. Okay, yeah. So at this moment, I am at staying at home, and probably I am facing a lot of resistance from my father, from my parents, from everyone, that ki, what are you doing with my life? It is all those resistance that is okay for me. Okay, yeah, it's okay for me. It's kind of like I could bear with this thing. And right now at this moment, I have like, I'm really used to with this thing. Like uh, I don't really get that many affect by the people who could say like things are not road good or not good. I don't know. Like at this moment, there is one thing for sure is that I have to work on myself. I have to put all those energy into the my ambitions and goal and the things that I wanted to do. All right. So basically, is this thing that living the comfort zone is kind of like a something really that like non-exist for me. Okay, is it non-exist? Like basically I am at the home, yeah, but still I'm doing hustling. Like basically I sit in front of my desk and started doing coding, started doing this, started doing things that what make my day as productive as it can. I'm thinking about it. I'm kind of like making my day as productive as it can, so my work is actually get kind of like a, I don't know. Okay, I'm trying as best as I can. Like basically is that I'm not kind of like a staying at home and playing video game and watching bunch of movies and no, it's not. Like basically for me is every day is hustle. Yeah, I am at staying at home, but it's kind of like a something like that key. I have to work on myself, upgrade my skills and kind of like a something like that key, like make my day as good as possible as it can. All right, yeah. So probably that living with like getting out my comfort zone or something is this thing that it's not exist for me. Okay, it's like that key I am kind of like a something get out that comfort zone, but I am not. It's a kind of like a something from the technical point of perspective, from the visual point of perspective. Most of people say that key I am not at comfort, like I am actually at the comfort zone because I'm living with my parents, I'm living with my living at the home. But probably if you look closer, then you realize that key like I'm not. Okay, yeah. But it's a lot of big thing probably. Okay, yeah. The important thing that I know that key like to make the day as productive as you can, and basically that's how I'm doing it. Like the one thing that I control is that this day, like what is actually the make my day as good as possible as I can, I'm doing it. That's it. Okay, I'm not really sure that when will I get success or when will I achieve this or when will I don't know. I just have strong belief in myself that one day I would be achieve that, but I'm not really sure when will I get that one day. I don't know. Just hustling. All right. And this is kind of like a, I think that this is the life because I chose this life. Because of that I don't really get the comfort. Like after I get achieve my success, I still will not gonna get comfort. Okay, yeah. Comfort is kind of like a something that will not be exist in my life. Okay, like basically at some certain time I will have some sort of money, I will have kind of like a comfortable sofa but some sort of thing, but is that the the pressure that have in your head or responsibility that have in your head will not let you to kind of like a be in comfort zone. Okay, and I chose this life. Okay, so it's I chose like a, do you choose or like yeah, I chose this life that like basically is this thing that I don't know if I will get my comfort zone or not, but this is my goal, this is my goal and ambitions, and I think I have to do it, so I'm just doing it. Okay, yeah. So this is my comfort zone. All right, yeah. Next question.